Hello everyone, let's solve Max Exam Math 8 2015 question 3. So if the function f of x satisfies the following equation, the integral of f of t dt from a to x is equal to this. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to call it big f of x is equal to 3x squared plus a plus 8x plus 4. So f of x is the integral of f of t dt. Okay, so f of x is the integral of small f of t, small f of t. This is the small f of t and this is the big f of x. Okay, so look, if we want to find f of t, we can derive this one over here. If we derive this one over here, we should find f of x, right? Because the integral of this one is this one, so the derivative of this is this. Okay, and the question is asking you what the value of a is. Okay, so let's derive first. So f of x is equal to 6x plus a plus 8, right? Just did the derivative here. Okay, so this is a calculus question. Okay, integrals and derivatives. So look, this is the derivative. So small f of x is equal to 6x plus a plus 8. So what f of t is? So f of t is equal to 6t plus a plus 8. Okay, now remember, big f of x is equal to the integral from a to x of f of t dt, right? So let's integrate. Let's do this integral. Let's integrate from a to x 6t plus a plus 8 dt. Now remember, this result over here must be equal to what? To this value over here. Why? Because he told us this. He told us that the integral of f of t dt from a to x is equal to this. Okay, so how is this integral going to be? Now you need to remember that you can say a to x of 6t, okay, and then plus almost forgot, dt plus from a to x of a plus 8 dt. And you can separate a and 8 as I did here, but it doesn't really matter. Look, so the integral of 6t is 6t squared divided by 2, and from where to where? From a to x, plus a t, right? The integral of a is a t from a to x, plus 8t from a to x. The integral of a is just t. Okay, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now in the place of t we put x squared and then minus the lower boundary, so 3a squared. Okay, in place of t we put the higher boundaries, and in place of t we put the lower boundaries with the minus, right? So plus a. Now in place of t, the x, and then minus the a multiplied by a of the lower boundaries, a squared. Okay, so and then what? Now plus 8x minus 8a, right? The higher boundary and the lower boundaries. So we have the 3x squared plus, now this I already took. Now I'm going to take this one and this one. Okay, so a plus 8x, and now I'm going to take this one, actually, let's take this one and this one, okay? So minus 4a squared, and then we are going to have minus 8a, okay? This one. So remember, this was what? This was exactly the information that he gave us. We just integrated small f of t, so we should find big f of x, right? So this is what he gave us. And now notice, this part over here is this part over here. This part over here is this part over here. So this one must be equal to this, both ones over here. So the minus 4a squared minus 8a must be equal to 4, right? This part must be equal to this one over here. So dividing both sides by a 4 and joining the side, we have a squared plus 4a plus 1 equals 0. Okay, so this is 2 over here. This is 2. Okay, so just dividing everything by 4 over here. Divide all this by 4, okay? So we'll have that minus 2 plus or minus 4 minus 4 divided by 2. This is just the quadratic equation, okay? So it is minus b plus or minus delta divided by 2a. I just did it straightforward. B is this one, 2 is the b, this is c, and this is a, which is 1, okay? So I just did it straightforward. So the quadratic equation, okay? Delta is equal to b squared minus 4ac, okay? So you'll have that minus 2 divided by 2, because this part over here is 0. So you'll have that a is equal to minus 1, okay? So this is our answer. A is equal to minus 1. Let's put it in red. So this is the first answer over here. The constant a is equal to what? Is equal to minus 1. So, and the function f of x is, and he wants the function f of x. Now, where was it f of x? F of x was this function over here, right? So f of x is equal to what? To 6x plus a is minus 1 plus 8. So f of x is equal to 6x plus 7, okay? So this is the second answer that he wanted. This one over here. Now, in the obtained function, the minimum of the integral, this integral over here. So what he's asking you is the minimum of this equation over here. Now, how can you solve this? That function over there. How can you solve it? He wants the minimum of the integral of this, right? But the integral of this is big f of x. So what he's asking you is, what is the minimum of big f of x? Now notice that this is a parabola, and it does have a minimum point because this is positive, so it is something like this, right? So big f of x is equal to 3x squared plus, now 8, remember that a is minus 1, so 8 minus 1 is 7x plus 4. Now remember, you can do this by calculus. You can find f of x comma and set it equals to 0, or do the y of the vertex. Let's do it both ways, okay? So the y of the vertex is equal to minus delta divided by 4a, right? So it is equal to minus delta is equal to what? To b squared, so 7 squared minus 4 multiplied by a, which is 3, multiplied by c, which is 4. Don't forget the minus sign. divided by 4 multiplied by a, which is 3, okay? So we'll have that the y of the vertex is equal to minus 49 minus 48, okay? 4 multiplied by 4 is 36, multiplied by 3 is 48. 40 divided by 12, okay? So the y of the vertex is equal to minus 1 divided by 12, and this would be the answer. Now let's do it by calculus. It might take a bit longer by calculus, okay? So 1 second, let me clear all this. So remember, we find the derivative, which we actually already found it because the derivative is small f of t, but let's do it over here quickly. F of x, the derivative of it is 6x plus 7, okay? So deriving this one, and then we set the derivative equals 0, right? Equals 0. So x equals minus 7 divided by 6, okay? And now we put this value over here, right? So that we can find f of x, okay? The minimum of the value of f of x. So look, we have 3 multiplied by this number, negative, but it is going to be squared, so 49 divided by 36, okay? And then plus 7 multiplied by minus 7 divided by 6 plus 4, okay? So 36 divided by 3 is 12, so we have 12 over here. 49 plus minus, actually, minus 49 divided by 6 plus 4, okay? And this will give you minus 1 divided by 12, okay? And notice that he's telling you find the minimum of this integral. He's not telling you the value of x when the function is minimum. He's asking you the minimum of the function, okay? So this is why we didn't choose the x. We didn't choose the x of the vertex. We chose the y of the vertex, okay? So this is our answer.